Welcome to Africa Knowledge Project. I know it says Africa Resource Knowledge Project, but it is Africa Knowledge Project. And this is our homepage. I am so excited to welcome you here. As you can see from this homepage, we have a series of journals that we publish. We have Gender, which is our flagship journal that looks at women in different African societies. We have Proud Flesh, and that focuses on consciousness, politics, and culture. We also have a journal on African philosophy. Now, African philosophy is exciting because it's one of the few journals that is currently still publishing in this area. Then we have West Africa Review, and West Africa Review focuses on the countries that are in West Africa, and the research goes from a range of fields and topics. So it's really focusing on those countries in West Africa. Then the other things I wanted to show you, the few databases that we publish, we have Biafran War database. This is a very special database to me, and it's also a special database for you, and I'll tell you why. It is one of the only database that we are aware of that focuses specifically on the Nigerian Civil War, also known as Biafran War. Now, Biafran War is really like Africa's first modern genocide. And before you can understand all the other ones that came after that, you really need to understand what happened in Biafra. We also have Enriching Resource, Document, and Language Archive. And this is where you will find things like Swahili language modules. You will also find magazines, Ayetu, as well as the Global Woman. You will see that when I go to the next page. We also have African music. Now, this is really exciting because it sort of keeps you on top. We have things like Afrobeat, Hip Life, High Life, Kwaito, and a whole bunch of other musical genres. And then the last one we have is Ijele. Now, this is a journal on African art. And it was a journal that we started publishing years ago, and it made a really, really big splash. So to give you a quick tour, at the top, you can go to the About Us and see what we are all about. We have a lot of information here. You can, if you have an account, you can log in. You could also search, which is actually the most important stuff here. So if I type African women, for example, I can be able to see all types of articles that we have published here, and you see from different journals. So the search function is really important because it searches all the journals on Africa Knowledge Project. On your right-hand panel, you can look at our brochure, which gives you the same information that is on our website, but perhaps a little bit much more easier to digest. But it gives you the main highlight, what comes with subscription, what we publish, what people are saying about us. Now, what people are saying about us is a few samples of what we have collected. We have so much more. Now, if I go back to the homepage of Africa Knowledge Project, now I click on this button, on this link, Africa Knowledge Project, that will take me to the homepage. So let's look at a journal. We're going to look at Proud Flesh. Now, when you get to any of our journal, you will have the logo of the journal. You will have the main navigation bar. This allows you to see a whole different aspects of the journal. What is really most important on this page is you can go to announcements, and that tells you upcoming issues, things that are coming up. But what's really important as a scholar is you can go to your current issue, which shows you what we have published, which is the current issue, which is a special issue on the speeches of the first president of Tanzania, Julius Nyerere. And you can also go to archives. That's a really fancy way of saying back issues. Now, when you get to archives, you can scroll down and each of the issue has some lovely images matched up, gives you an idea of what's inside, but you can always sort of scroll around and see what is going on. So, for example, People of Courage. This is Valerie Thomas. And when you click on her image, you will see all the other people that we are part of this People of Courage. Now, on the right-hand side, you're going to see a little paper and a little tablet, a little padlock. That just means you need to be a member or a subscriber of the journal to access it. And becoming a subscriber is very easy. You can select right here. It will tell you as an individual, you can subscribe to any journal. Please do note that this price you're seeing here, $207, it is for an entire year. That gives you access to the journal. You can log in on your devices and to access whatever you need. Now, so as I've talked about, you have the archives, you have current issues, you have announcements. Oh, and then one thing, you want to make sure you get on our mailing list. So just put your name, your email address, first name and last name. That's really all we require. And this allows you to get announcements, things that are coming out. You get to be the first person to hear it, sometimes even before we post it online. So now let me go back. Now, whenever you are in any journal, all you just have to do is click back to AKP. And boom, you are back on the homepage. So exciting. So now we are going to go to one of our flagship journal, actually our main flagship journal. Well, our flagship journal, Gender, a Journal of Culture and African Women's Studies. And again, just like Proudflesh, you have your main navigation here. So if you are a scholar, you can go through and submit your paper. You can look at our guidelines. Now, if you are just, I want to see what is current issue, again, go to current. If you don't want to go through all of that, you can just go to search and just search in some keywords and you will be able to find what you're looking for. We hope so, you will find what you're looking for. Then we go to the archives. Remember, whenever you see archives, that's really accessing the back issues. So when you become a subscriber of Gender or any of our journals, or even better, African Knowledge Project, you get to access everything that we have published. So, for example, issue 39, these are some of the articles that are here. And when you open the articles, you will see things like references, which would allow you to read further, which would allow a scholar to find other resources or references for that. Now, I'm going to go back to home. So whenever you click home in any of the journal, you can always get back. It takes a few minutes to get to it. So when you get to a journal on our website, you can go to home. Whenever you go to home, it takes you back to the home page. Now, in this section, I'm going to highlight it for you. These are just our announcements. That's basically what is coming up if we have calls for paper. About us, like I had shown, is you can read about the journal. You could read about the scope, awards that we have received, frequency and publications, and a whole bunch of detail. And I will let you do that at your own time. You can search, which is the most important thing. So even if you don't try to look at the issues, just search what you're looking for. Current, archives, which are back issues, then announcements. And we have announcements here. We have some new issues coming up for 2023. So people can submit to that. And now if I click this link, if you press contact, there's like a little form that you can use to contact us. If you're logged in, you can also pay for your subscription. Now, these prices are for individuals, they are not for institutions. So you can also find out who our subscribers are. You can look at them and see who they are right here. Again, let's go back to AKP, which will take you back to the main homepage. So think of Africa Knowledge Project. Once you land here, you're going to see a list of the journals. Pick one that is of interest to you and go and navigate it. I will show you the Biafran War database. The Biafran War database, let's go to the archives. On there, you will see issues that we have published. Now, the Biafran War database is not an academic peer-reviewed journal. It's a curated database, and it is organized as an issue, and you can be able to see materials that are, or articles or materials that we have published on here. You can see dissertations, you could see theses and articles as well. Now, to make this little icon go away with the padlock, all you just have to do is to become a subscriber. Once you subscribe, you have access to everything. Now, I'm going to go back home and I'm going to click. Well, let's click the newsletter link. Let's see where that goes. That just shows you all the emails that we have sent. So you can be able to preview some of the things that we have published and go from there.